Hello and welcome to a new episode of Africa Today. Fighting between numbers of South Sudanese army and the opponents of the government resulted in a number of dead and wounded on the South Sudan border between East Darfur and northern Bahr el-Ghazal. Details of the following report.
Fighting erupted between the South Sudanese army and government opponents less than a week after the leader of the South Sudanese opposition forces, Riek Machar, was sworn in as first vice president in Juba. Combatants of his Sudan People's Liberation Movement in opposition SPLMIO attacked South Sudanese soldiers in the area of Malwal last week. The opposition fighters moved from the vicinity of a camp south of Abu Jabra in East Darfur to Malwal, where they launched the attack. On April 26, the rebel leader of the SPLMIO, Riek Machar, returned to the South Sudanese capital of Juba to be sworn in as first vice president. Machar had delayed his return to the capital, the first time since the war erupted for more than a week over security-related issues. The armed conflict began in December 2013 initially as a fight between Dinka and Nuer soldiers of the Presidential Guards in barracks in Juba. The fighting in Juba quickly turned into a civil war between the two large ethnic groups loyal to either President Kiir or Machar. Tens of thousands of people have been killed and more than 2 million have been displaced, while many have sought refuge in Sudan and neighboring countries.
And the Pan-African Parliament received this week representatives from Egypt during the inaugural meeting of the Chamber's second ordinary session, which was from May 3rd to May 13. Egypt's participation in the May session marks the resumption of its activities in the PAP after a 3-year lapse. Details in the following report.
The Pan-African Parliament was established as an organ of the African Union, AU, in order to ensure the full participation of African peoples in the development and economic integration of the continent. The first parliament was inaugurated on the 18th of March 2004 in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and its headquarters is in Midrand, South Africa. The ultimate aim of the Pan-African Parliament shall be to evolve into an institution with full legislative powers, whose members are elected by universal adult suffrage. The new protocol granting these powers has been adopted by the AU and is currently under ratification by member states. However, until such a time that the new protocol comes into force, the Pan-African Parliament shall have consultative and advisory powers within the AU. The objectives of the Pan-African Parliament is to facilitate the effective implementation of the policies and objectives of the OAU, AEC, and ultimately the African Union. Promote the principle of human rights and democracy in Africa. Encourage good governance, transparency, and accountability in member states. Familiarize the people of Africa with the objectives and policies aimed at integrating the African continent within the framework of the establishment of the African Union. Promote peace, security, and stability. Contribute to a more prosperous future for the peoples of Africa by promoting collective self-reliance and economy recovery. Facilitate cooperation and development in Africa. Strengthen continental solidarity and build a sense of common destiny among the peoples of Africa. Facilitate cooperation among regional economic communities and their parliamentary fora. AU member states are represented at the Pan-African Parliament by 5 parliamentarians, at least one of whom must be a woman. The representation of each member state must reflect the diversity of political opinions in each national parliament or other deliberative organ.